And without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming to officially open this year's event, Portugal's Secretary of State for the Economy, Joao Ferreira. The stage is yours, Your Excellency.
Good morning. Good morning, everyone. First words to thank Diego Pavia and Helena Bo for the invitation. Diego, great to see you again. We have been meeting from time to time in Brussels. It's a real pleasure. It's very good to be here with you today. I was sharing with some colleagues when I entered. So the experience of coming to different events makes you understand immediately where you are entering. And here what I saw was vibrancy, energy, to be redundant, but mostly I saw a vibrant people in the entrance. They were already preparing themselves. So really excited. That's good. That's good. I'm here. Thank you for the invitation and welcome to Lisbon. Maria, also welcome you and thank you for also hosting in Portuguese. So I hope you have a great next 2 working days. It's really, really important. In this conference, I always say it's great to listen to the panels. We have a wonderful group of speakers. We'll have for sure great presentations, but take the time to discuss among each other, share ideas. Sometimes it's in a coffee that the best idea will come out and a new company will be funded or a new solution will be there. I come from the private sector. I'm in this job or this mission or this position for the only 18 months. I should be probably in that side of the table, but now it's my job and my role to be here, and it's with a great pleasure I host you. So we gather here at a defining moment for Europe's energy and industrial future. This event brings together some of the brightest minds and most ambitious innovators in the world, entrepreneurs, researchers, investors, and industrial leaders, united by a common goal, and that's the wonderful thing: accelerate the clean electrification of our economy and our industries. And when I look what Innow Energy does, it's not just only investing, but the true and what is really important is helping to scale up the business and helping to industrialize it, because it's really, really what we are looking for, not only in Portugal, but also in Europe. As I said, over this conference, you will see more than 100 pioneering technologies developed by European startups, industrial scale-ups, and they will show how they are producing, storing, and consuming energy in a new way. Together, they form the foundations for a new era of industrialization in Europe. So it's an honor to join you for what will promise, and it promises to be a rich, forward-looking discussion on the role of clean industrial electrification in powering our planet, our economy, and our security. I invite you all, as I said, at this conference to have a true space of cooperation, a place to question, to exchange, and to co-create, because it's through partnerships like these that in Europe and that Europe's industry will ensure that innovation translates into jobs, competitiveness, and prosperity. The challenges ahead are profound. We made great progress in deploying renewable energy, from solar to wind and to electric mobility, but we still face critical gaps in decarbonizing key sectors and in attracting the green industries that will define the next industrial wave. That is why we are working closely at the government, myself together with the Secretary of State for Energy, for what we call the green reindustrialization of Portugal, an ambitious effort to strengthen our industrial base through affordable, secure, and renewable energy. And I believe that's just access to cheap, Siri was talking to me. I believe that just as access to cheap fossil fuels once defined global economic advantage, access to abundant and competitive renewable energy will define it in the future. The difference is that now industry will need to be located closer to its energy sources, creating new regional opportunities and strengthening Europe's strategic autonomy. We see this transformation in an historic opportunity to revitalize our industrial base, building on what makes us unique: abundant natural resources, resilient and skilled workforce, reliable industrial infrastructure, and the leadership in renewable energy. The vision is clear: produce clean, affordable, secure energy, and to use that energy to power the industries of the future. But we need to be conscient. The window for action is closing fast. Portugal stands today at an inflection point, and the choices we make in the coming years will determine whether we seize that opportunity. To prepare for that future, we are reinforcing the link between research, innovation, and industry. Just creating, recently, an agency for research and innovation, the AI Square. It will be key by bridging scientific knowledge and industrial application, turning research into market-ready solutions. At the same time, we are providing concrete financial support to accelerate this transition. Under the Recovery and Resilience Plan, we have allocated more than 130 million in non-repayable grants, and through the targeted calls for SMEs and larger industrial companies, this funding will support over 810 projects expected to reduce greenhouse gas emissions by at least 30%. We also know that a more resilient Portugal requires a strong industrial ecosystem. That is why the government has completed the reprogramming of the mobilizing and green agendas under the same program, increasing the support nearly in 320 million euros and bringing total resources to 3 billion euros. Building on this, we launched the STEP program with a budget exceeding 1 billion euros that will support innovative, sustainable technology and energy transition projects. These initiatives reflect our conviction that Europe's industrial renewable must be powered by innovation, cooperation and investment in new technologies. And it is precisely what this conference is about. Over the next 2 days, you will explore some of the most pressing questions before us. What investments and infrastructures are required to scale clean electrification across industry? How can Europe design policy frameworks that enable industrial decarbonization while safeguarding energy security and competitiveness? Let me assure you one thing: Portuguese government will be paying close attention. The insights and ideas emerging from this forum will help us to shape the national and European policies that support innovation, ensure fair competition, and accelerate the energy transition. So, ladies and gentlemen, the future is being shaped here and now in how we work together and how we innovate, how we align growth with sustainability. Portugal stands ready to contribute with determination, with talent, with partnership. The government will continue to walk this path with industry, with academia, and with our communities. Portugal is ready to do its part and to help shape the future of Europe's industrial transformation. So thank you very much, and I wish you a great session.
Thank you so much to Portugal's Secretary of State of the Economy, Joao Ferreira. Thank you, Your Excellency, for setting the tone, the urgency and significance of our discussions over the next 2 days. And great to hear about the green transition of Portugal. And as you say, the future is being shaped here and now.